We continue our series breaking down the state of each and every franchise across Major League Baseball. This episode, the Philadelphia Phillies. Let's get into it. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast. And as I said in the open today, we continue our look and our discussion on the state of each and every franchise in Major League Baseball. And we're looking at the Philadelphia Phillies. Now, there's a lot to like initially about the Philadelphia Phillies. And I think with some things that have happened already to other teams in this division, their stock continues to move up. But as we look at some of the acquisitions that the Phillies made, we begin with the two big bats that they brought in, Kyle Schwarber and Nicholas Castellanos. When you look at what these two bats do for this Philadelphia Phillies team, they complement each other extremely well, and they complement this lineup extremely well. I think that it adds a huge level of balance and versatility to what the Phillies can produce offensively. We'll get more into their offense in just a bit. Some of the other acquisitions that were made add to the bullpen, which was a big need for this team. Corey Knebel, Jeurys Familia, and Brad Hand are all solid contributors and solid additions to this Philadelphia Phillies bullpen. When we look at the 2022 X Factor for this Philadelphia Phillies team, to me, it's Aaron Nola. Getting Nola back to being one of the very best pitchers in the National League is really going to serve the Phillies in their best interest. I think that Nola is a comeback player of the year candidate, which is something that we covered here on the channel previously. But if you look at what Nola means for the Phillies, if you compare him with Wheeler and a solid bullpen that they're now starting to build up, this could be a very sneaky franchise, and to me, a franchise that could have a very long-lasting impression on the postseason. Now, as we get into the state of the pitching for the Philadelphia Phillies, this to me is still going to be their weakest area, and their area that they need to focus on the most between now and the trade deadline in July. I think that when you look at what they have, a solid 1-2 punch with Zach Wheeler and Aaron Nola at the top. The additions that we mentioned of Brad Hand, Jeurys Familia, and Corey Knebel are truly solid additions to the bullpen. Beyond that, if the Phillies can get some career years out of guys in the rotation and in the pen, they could truly have a very worthwhile season heading towards a postseason run. I do believe that Philadelphia will find their way into one of those 6 postseason spots, but whether or not they come out on top of this division, we'll have to wait and see. I do think that they have a very good chance of it because of their offense, so let's get into it. Now, the state of the offense for the Philadelphia Phillies is absolutely 1000% where this team is going to be built upon. For me, this is an A grading when it comes to the offense of this team. Kyle Schwarber, Nicholas Castellanos, Bryce Harper, Rhys Hoskins, JT Realmuto, a bounce-back year from Didi Gregorius, a very impressive Bryson Stott, and a surprise performance by either Gene Segura or Alec Bohm could truly help the Phillies offense push to another stratosphere in Major League Baseball. I think there's a lot to really like about this franchise, specifically their offense. I think that they're going to have a super deep lineup throughout the course of this 2022 campaign. Their offense is going to give way, though, to some defensive woes, and that is something that the Phillies are going to have to counteract. But if they can hit the way that you would expect this lineup to hit, the defense won't be as big of a problem because they're going to bludgeon teams to death. As we look at the state of this franchise, I am very high on this franchise. I think that they've done quite a bit this offseason and could easily find that the rotation and the bullpen are good enough to sustain what the offense is capable of producing long term over the 2022 season. I think that when you look at what the rest of this division holds, it's going to be a very heavy top half of the division. The Nationals and the Marlins, to me, are going to be rebuilding squads that, although they're going to be able to play spoiler in this division, I think the Phillies are going to be better suited to be able to destroy those weaker teams in this division. I think when you look at the injuries that have happened now to the Mets rotation, this is going to allow the Phillies to come in and surprise some people. Now, as I get into my bold claim for the 2022 campaign for the Philadelphia Phillies, it surrounds the reigning, defending National League MVP, who I also predicted would win the MVP this upcoming season as well, but that's not the bold prediction. The bold prediction is that I believe Bryce Harper will hit 50 home runs in 2022. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on the Philadelphia Phillies down in the comment section below. What are their strongest attributes? Do you believe that it is in line with what I had to say in the offense? Are you seriously concerned about the defense as I am, or is their pitching the bigger question mark? Let me know all of your thoughts on them, where you're excited, where you're questioning, Phillies fans. Let me know all these things down in the comment section below, and we'll continue the discussion. To keep the conversation rolling beyond that, head over to Twitter, find me at JLaracuente19, and we can keep the conversation rolling. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with We Sibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around all the way to the end, I want to offer you a promo code on our merchandise shop, baseballbanterbroadcast.com. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season as we continue to bring you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions, as well as the state of each and every franchise. Catch you on the next video. Peace.